Sharon, where did you go to? Where have you been? I can explain. We have a lot we want to address on this YouTube channel. There are so many important topic and conversations, and let me just use it as a medium to appeal. If you know people, tell them to come to this channel. Tell them we are a value adding community. We are very intentional about helping women, in their postpartum, not postpartum, in their motherhood journey. Maybe because this video is about postpartum depression, but very particular about helping. So topics like, we're talking about postpartum depression. We've done topics about, getting help, nannies, topics about daycare, even, sex after having childbirth. Is something I actually want to, talk about. Like, friendships, building a community, marriage, just everything that concerns mothering that you can think of are topics we want to talk about. So if you don't see me, know that I'm looking for guests. I'm looking for guests, everything out there. I'm looking for people that can add value to us. I'm not just about doing anyhow content. I'm very intentional about adding value to you guys. So I'm sorry that you did not see me for a while. I'm around, I'm alive, and I'm here. Okay, now to today's video. I want that beautiful women on, like, I just thank God. God just knows how to bring beautiful people my way. He knows that everybody's fine, sharp, but there's some people that are just very, very beautiful. So she's very beautiful, and I'm so happy. Thank you for being here. She came from a very far away place. So if you are seeing this, let me thank her.
Thank you too.
So we're talking about postpartum depression, and if you followed this page for a long time, or if you're new, I constantly talk about how much I suffered from postpartum depression, and I talk about generally how the year, from pregnancy when I had my baby was very hard, very, very difficult. It was very. I keep saying it was. As far as I was telling my sister the other day that this is the hardest year of my life, and I'm just gradually, getting myself back, and I'm grateful for the journey. When I look back, I thank God because He helped me. But I know postpartum depression, if maybe I was not depressed, at least it would have solved, it would have cushioned the effect of, at least months of struggling, months of, all of that darkness. It would have helped a whole lot. If maybe I was just, settling into motherhood, that was just the only thing I had to, deal with.
But the depression that
the depression that came in, and it really affected me. It really did. Affected, and even my marriage, friendships. I just thank God for people that were patient with me, people that were able to understand. And I know one of my friends, she told me she won't understand you. Do you understand that? I get it. Is like, it's just who you are, and I'm grateful for people that were patient with me and just helped me through that phase. Enough about me. Our guest. Now, sorry, we have another video on postpartum depression. What's the difference? That video has moms talking about their experience, those that suffer from postpartum depression, what they did to avoid it, those that did, how they navigated it. Now, this video, we have a counselor, because a lot of moms may not be able to always speak to someone, may not have the opportunity or the resources, right? But I always encourage you, please do so. But we have a counselor here, a professional that can walk us through that phase and how to navigate and how to overcome it. So enough about me.
A professional that had her own journey of postpartum.
Yes, it's true, because it's another thing to have someone that is just really from a textbook, exactly. But someone that actually knows. Yes, thank you for that.
In fact, it was the postpartum depression that even bettered this passion for counseling.
Wow,
amazing, right?
Amazing. I've come to learn that the darkest times always breath. Always bring something new. So just please tell us about yourself. Introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you, Oluwaseun. I don't know why but I like the way you call
my name.
Full name.
Yes.
Someone can just say Seun, but I like the Oluwaseun.
Thank you. You call me Oluwaseun. Thank you.
Oluwaseun is really good. I love that.
Okay, you.
So about me. My name is Elo Ifemena.
Hi, Elo.
I'm going to stop you.
Let me welcome you well too now.
My name is Ella Femena. So I am a mental health counselor, a certified mental health counselor, specialized in depression, anxiety, PTSD, and so depression, postpartum depression, because I also work with women a lot. But I work with men also because I'm into workplace counseling.
Okay.
So more, but why I'm specialized in women, or why I love to counsel women, is because of what I went through also. So when I see women go through it, I understand.
Yeah.
So it's not like this one, I did not read it anywhere. I know that is what they are going through because I have been there. My pregnancy journey was smooth. Yes, it was smooth. the only thing I had what's it called? High blood pressure. There's something.
Pre-eclampsia.
I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
So that was the only thing, but I was able to manage it by God's grace. Then after giving birth, thank God, yeah, baby's here. Because I waited for a while to have my child, over 4 years before my baby came. And imagine after a child you've been waiting for a long time comes, and 3 months into the postnatal, I'm not happy anymore. What's going on? See, I say I cannot begin to imagine those times. It was the darkest time of my life. And I was like, why? I don't understand what's wrong with me. Then I didn't understand it was postpartum depression. That's it, because many women don't know that what they are going through is postpartum depression. And I remember that earlier before that time, I'd watched a movie about a couple, about a woman who was going through that phase. And I remember saying, no, now, how is that possible? Your child, you cannot hold your child. Is that possible? What kind of feeling is that? So man, I don't understand you. Do you get so? I did not know that thing is real.
It's real. See, a lot of women don't know. They
don't know. It's just like I'm going to give you some of the signs, some of the symptoms, which we all know, but just to emphasize on it. Yes. Yeah. When you're always having mood swings, you are crying uncontrollably. You are just crying for nothing. Just sitting down and tears are just you're so overwhelmed, and stress can also cause it. Because of the stress of breastfeeding. I pump. Did you pump?
I stopped pumping at some point. I did a video talking about how there's some things you see on, like people are talking about pumping, and then when you begin to do it yourself, you realize that this thing is not easy. Pumping is one of those things. Pumping is one of those things. It looks so easy and straightforward till you go into there and like, what's going on?
Pumping. I even had like my freezer. I had some some containers full.
You even got to that point. Now people like us that will be looking for the breast milk.
I even at some point had to record video. Did a video of the. I'm like, what a machine, what a factory, because it was so much. But I didn't know I was putting myself under unnecessary pressure. Like I want to breastfeed my child. So you see, women, mothers,
and I feel like society needs to be. People don't know. That's another grace I like to give people. I realize that there's a lot about motherhood, new moms that people don't know, especially because of this part of the world. Because I remember doing another video talking about how shouting out to people that visit a new one, don't stay for.
I saw that video.
So long. And it brought up a lot of conversation. You'll be surprised that someone messaged me that when can people just talk and say, oh, now it's like, I said, are you in an? You see, when you give birth to that child, it was when I realized that there's so many stakeholders involved. You think, oh, it's me and my husband. No. Get that? If you're not careful, you almost just become the person that just gave birth to the child.
Exactly. Everybody wants to.
So everybody kind of like has a say, and it's such you also have to be careful. You can't say, oh no, I don't come. I know everybody understands.
Should I tell you something? I know it's hard though, but do you know I said a lot of no's. I said though, why? Because that's why I said I'm going to tell you why I went into depression, but I was surprised I went into depression because I was actually prepared for that pregnancy. I was prepared because I remember, buying breastfeeding books, was reading. I had books on parenting, things about how to take care of my baby. So when my mother-in-law came, no, don't do this to my child. Don't do this. I was in control. I won't lie, I was in control because I know I already prepared myself for people going to tell me, don't do this, but I said, I want this for my child, don't do this. So that pressure was out of it. I will not lie. But having postpartum depression was not really because of the childbirth. There was an underlying factor, and lots of women don't know about that. I don't talk about it.
I think because when I'm talking about there's just so maybe because we both experienced it, there's just so much to even say. And I like how you say underlying factor, because when stress is a factor. I remember when I was depressed, and then I finally got a nanny, and I realized I was still depressed. So I had to sit down and actually figure out, okay, so what was it? And I realized that the issue was, at the time I got pregnant, I wasn't ready. I wasn't at the space. So I can't say I felt pregnant. I wasn't ready. I was at a point where I wanted to even wait for like a year before I had. So it happened. Life happened. And it was bad. I remember times, when you wake up, God, I feel like crying. When you wake up in the middle of the night and all those times breastfeeding, and I'll look at my child and I'll be like, God, why is this happening to me? I didn't want this. I wasn't ready for this. I just wanted to be able to sleep in the night. You are seeing your child supposed to be happy and you're full of regrets. Like, who sent me? Why can't I just want to sleep? I knew this was good. This was what. So I realized that I was battling, accepting and embracing the reality of my new life, because I wasn't living in the past of I wasn't ready. I didn't want this now. I miss my old life. I miss being able to let's go into the main video, please.
Let me quickly address that phase, because I usually use this for my clients a lot, which is what we call the cognitive behavioral therapy. And there's a model we call ABC model, which is the A means activating event, the B means behavior, which is your reaction towards it. Then the C is the consequence, which is what is your so behavior, what you think about it. Then your consequence is the reaction and all of that. So ABC, A is activating. Maybe something happens, a thought came to your mind, or a scenario happened. What is the B is believe. I'm
okay,
so sorry.
No problem.
So the B is the belief. What do you believe about that situation? What do you think about it?
Yeah.
So whatever you think about it will be the consequence, will be the reaction. So now you were there, you see your baby. God, I used to be crying. Please allow me sleep. I wasn't ready for this. That's an activating where something just happened. But if you are, and you were not like, God, I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah.
Then it's going to prompt your consequence, which is your reaction. You might just begin to cry.
Yeah.
Because you get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But if you have, you just say, okay, anyways, it's a phase. We'll go through this. Your consequence, reaction will be better.
Yeah. Wow.
You see? So you see, that particular area, negative thoughts were coming, actions were coming, but your belief system about it made you to react that way.
Hi, God, so powerful.
It's
so simple yet so because by the time I began to heal and I started telling people, I realized that it's just a phase.
It is a phase.
That time, that time. And see, let's go into the questions. If not,
I think
we'll just keep talking. We'll just keep talking and talking. I feel like in the long run, I probably like to do a podcast, but that's just by the way. Let's go into the questions. So if not, we'll not leave here. A lot to talk about. But let's even go into the question. Let's address, a mom out there, specific things. I know there are a lot of moms that probably relate to this conversation. You're probably also picking out one or two things. But let's go to the main question. So the first question I have here is, how can new mothers best manage their mental health during the postpartum period?
Okay. How they can best manage their mental health.
Yeah.
Okay, so they need to first understand that postpartum depression is actually a mental health disorder. It's not because there's something called baby blues.
Yeah.
Which is something that one can just last for 2 weeks. The crying and everything and to pass. Yes. But when it's postpartum, there's already a cognitive distortion. There are different things going on in your mind. The hormones are affecting everything. So the depression is prolonged, for maybe 6 months to 1 year to 2 years. If you see you're constantly unhappy, then you should know that you are faced with a mental disorder. So first of all, understand that this thing that's going on with me is not just normal.
Yeah.
So now what do? The next thing, I need to seek help. Okay, first, before you even go to counseling, therapy, who can you talk to that you trust? Because I'm not saying if you have an understanding husband, beautiful. God bless you.
As in,
and you can just reach out to him this is what is going on with me. I do not understand.
Yeah.
Or maybe you have a mom that understands. I was fortunate. My mom is a nurse, so I think she
understood what was going on.
So I was able
I think the other thing can help is if you have moms. Because I also had a friend that and I knew when she was also depressed. So it was easier to talk to a mom that has also, gone through something like that. So that can also be
very, very important. So reach out to somebody you can talk to and just share. And I also suggest research. Me, I don't, even if I'm going to counsel you, I usually tell my clients, this is what is wrong with you. Okay, we've diagnosed this. can you just go and do a research on your own? So that when you come to the next session, you are fully equipped.
Yeah,
Ask me questions. Let's work this thing out together. I will not be the only one doing all the work and all of that. It's not that I cannot do it, but when you are involved, when you have an idea of what is wrong with you, the solution will just start coming, and we are just going to be brainstorming and all of that. So research. Okay, what can I do? How can I go? Okay, do I need to relieve myself of this stress? You just begin to understand some things about yourself. See, when I say, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this again. If you check my post a lot, I usually say,
so you can see your Instagram handle here, and I'll put it even under.
Thank you. Women read. See, I don't know how to say this. Sometimes when I say it, it's as if I'm trying to bash us, but we need to be aware. You need to be literate about all of these things. Read. Some of us just use our mind, our brain. Read and get the knowledge first. Me, I was reading. That's when this is wrong with me.
Yeah.
But okay, let's not go there. Please, research. Then, before you cannot say, okay, let me reach out to a counselor. I reached out to a counselor, when I was going through, because I didn't know it was postpartum. Take note of that. I did not know, but I just said, let me just talk to somebody. I don't like the way I'm feeling. So talk to somebody, talk to a counselor. If you cannot book a session, join support groups.
Yeah, I agree. There are a lot of mental, even moms.
Moms support.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was going to say, you should please mention your Instagram handle, because I know you do a lot of content.
I do. So I have 3 handles.
Really?
But no, it's fine. It's not, because I have a business also.
Okay.
That is my counseling practice. It's called Unveiled Nation. Okay. And I have my personal page, which is Elo Ifemena. Okay. Just on Instagram.
Don't worry, I'll put them in the under.
So that I have the Unveiled Woman. That one, don't worry, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that one later. Okay.
I hope I was able to answer the question.
I believe so. Right. So, okay, the next question we have here is, what are the primary causes or risk factors that contribute to postpartum depression?
Wow, I love this question a lot. Yes, because most people just think that you just get get married, have your children, and you just fell into postpartum depression. Why are you depressed?
What's making you depressed?
How are you depressed? How are you sad? I mentioned earlier also that there are some underlying factors. We understand that stress can cause it. We understand that the pressure and all of that. But there is something that I want us to understand, that if you have a history of depression, you are at high risk of having postpartum depression. If you had, you used to be depressed, you usually have mood swings before, maybe as a young lady or maybe before you even had your baby, you are at risk of having. It's scientifically proven that if you have experienced depression or even anxiety, because we know anxiety is also part of all of this. So if you have experienced depression before, you're always depressed, you're always sad, you're always having mood swings, you're always angry. See, watch out. When you get pregnant and have a baby, you might
have postpartum
depression.
Wow.
Yes, so that's one of the factors that can contribute to postpartum, aside the stress, baby blues, hormones, and all of that. That's also a factor. Okay,
I'm not even sure if I have this question, because as we're talking, a question just comes to my mind. So, as a mom, right? Because I know some women that are even pregnant. I mean, is there even from, because see, let me say something. Once that child comes out of you, life changes. I don't know how to explain it. I wish something that can see the spirit realm, what happens behind the scenes. There's just something, I don't know, maybe spirit, maybe it's movement. There's just something that happens in the environment and it changes. And the truth is, like you said, you read a lot of books. There's a way you even prepare yourself, but till it happens to you, till that experience happens, you never really know how it's going to, I don't know how to explain it. My question is, as a mom, what do I need to know beforehand? What do I need to prepare? What are the realistic, what are the real things I really need to watch out for, prepare myself for when it comes to, preventing postpartum depression and all of that?
Okay, preparation is very important too. I remember that before I had my child, when I was about 7 months pregnant, I already joined the parenting academy.
You were so prepared.
Obviously, because let's know, that one is a long story, but I'm just saying, for you to prepare, because you know that it's something that can happen. It can happen to anybody.
It can happen to anybody.
If you be a preacher,
I
See,
agree.
because this thing is a psychological thing.
Hmm.
So it can happen to anybody. We are not praying for it to happen, but
Of
you need
course.
to be aware
Yeah.
of it.
Mhm.
This is why, please go and listen to this, because I think I want to also thank you for raising this awareness, because me, I wish I knew all of this then.
I agree.
I never prepared for postpartum depression.
Yeah.
I didn't have that. So what can you do now that you're getting this knowledge? Okay, you want to read more on it. You want to, okay, so when it comes, or if I even see somebody that is going through these things, okay, these signs, or your friend just gave birth and she's always angry, she's always sad, she's always calling you, she's depressed, you want to now say, okay, because of what
And so another symptom, she seems withdrawn.
Withdrawn, yes, that's one of withdrawn.
She seems withdrawn, and you can't explain it.
I remember the day that it hit me.
Child.
I came out of my room almost naked.
Jesus.
And I gave my daughter, my baby, to my sister. I said, hold her. Nobody should knock on my door.
Okay.
I entered my room, locked my door, and I was wailing.
Jesus.
I will never forget. It's still like, it's so fresh. I
Jesus.
cried and cried. I said, what kind of life is this?
What
kind of life is
God.
And the cry was like, why can't I? What is wrong with me? Why can't I hold my baby? Why can't I just
Be happy.
be happy?
Why am I not feeling
Why am I
this joy?
ungrateful?
Say I almost fell off. Jesus. Like, thank you. Why am I ungrateful? This is what other people are looking for. This is what other people are praying for. Me, I have it. I'm here feeling, there's something about feeling bad for feeling bad.
Exactly. Yes, that's all. It's one of the signs of overthinking. So when you are thinking of what you are thinking, it's bad, but you are angry that you are.
You're even thinking or even feeling this way.
That's what happened to me. I was like, what is wrong?
Hey.
So
Jesus.
let's us not digress from the question. So prepare yourself, prepare your mind. Read. You want to read books. You want to ask questions. You want to, even if you are not pregnant yet, join, because you're going to be pregnant one day. Join support groups from now. Start learning.
Start watching my videos.
I
keep telling people the things that these videos or my content will help the most are people that are even yet to go, because this is what I eat. We're not looking for solution. we're not looking for how we can now manage, how we can now patch up the problem. But you're not even yet to go into it. You are knowing beforehand. You are knowing what to watch out for, especially even in things like marriage, right? Because in fact, I'm on a mom's group, right, and someone still talk about it this way. How come no one talks? And maybe because it's married, nobody wants to come out and say, my husband and I are fighting. My husband and I are having issues. Even in my video with PL, she still said this. Nobody talks about the effect it has on a marriage. Yes, and it has an effect. See, there's no how perfect you are as an individual. See, a human being is entering your midst. It's going to change you. There are things about yourself you didn't know, I assure you. There are things about your partner, like it's new to both of you. And yes, some people handle it better than others, but one or two, and this is not to scare, because I remember doing content and I don't want my mom to be always scared. But I'm like, I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just trying to. Yes, like I'm not saying your marriage will not scatter or your life will not scatter. It's normal to always have these issues or these challenges in life, right? But just know ahead, know how to navigate it, know what to expect, so that when you are in it, you can easily point out, okay, this was happening. I watched this video, someone talked about this. Okay, we can better mind the situation better. Yes. Okay, it seems like I'm getting depressed. Let me know what steps to take. Okay, I need to change my mindset. Oh, I need to talk to someone. You are more alert. You are able to respond faster.
Self-awareness. You are aware. Because I remember because I already learned about breastfeeding and how to manage it. So when breastfeeding, I knew how to navigate it, because I already learned about it. I read about it, so it was not a stress for me. I was able to navigate it. So same thing that we are talking about now. For you to just prepare for that time. Start it from now.
This video is so important. Like, I don't know, maybe I should put on a billboard and help us. Yeah, because sometimes I'm like, I'm trying to help you. Like, I feel like screaming at the top of my lungs. Like,
passion.
Oh God. This is such an insightful conversation. A lot.
I'm enjoying myself.
A lot is being said. Okay, so the next question, and it's kind of similar to the first one, but I'll still just ask it. Say, what are the common signs and symptoms of postpartum depression that new moms and families and friends should even, look out for?
Okay. So first of all, is when you are withdrawn, when you You're isolating yourself.
Hmm.
You just want to be alone.
Alone.
Nobody should talk to me. Please close the door. Put off the light. In fact, just leave me. Let me be.
Remember I said don't put on the TV. I don't want to hear noise.
Same thing happened to you too.
God.
I don't want to hear the sound of anything.
If that's why for a very long time, it's just now I'm getting off of it. My phone was always on DND. I don't want to see notifications. I don't want to hear my phone ring. I don't want to. It started with pregnancy. I just have anxiety when I say notification. But after that time, I don't even want to just see. It just pisses me off. I can't even explain it.
So those are signs when you are withdrawn. When you notice that this your sister-in-law or this your sister that just put to bed, she's withdrawn, she's isolated, she doesn't want to pick her calls. She's just there. You see her hair is rough. She can't make her hair. She just comes out with her wrapper. She just wants to be leave me alone. Leave me alone. You know, she's overwhelmed. I'm not talking about baby blues the last 2 weeks or 1 week. I'm talking about this person has been like this for 3 months, 6 weeks. What's going on? You're not still happy. Your baby's already 6 months old. You're still like this. Something is wrong. Persons always cry. I've mentioned that. Mood swing. Person's happy now.
Tomorrow they're sad.
If not even tomorrow, in the next 1 hour, they're already sad again. And also, I don't know if men watch. So, husbands, if you are watching this, please look out for these signs in your wife. If she doesn't want you to touch her, just leave me alone. I did that one. Don't touch me. Oh, my body is so. I had a C-section. It was crazy. C-section is painful. It's painful. It's not good. But if you don't touch me, I can see your face.
As I'm just.
Don't touch me. Don't see. What are we going to eat? I don't know. Nobody should ask me. You know, all of those things when you are so overwhelmed, and you can begin to think about, okay, my life is just over.
Hi.
So I'm giving birth now.
There's nothing about me again.
So that's it. In the factory, in the making machine. You know, thoughts like that, it's just creeping. And you know, the devil is very stupid and very subtle. We just start me. So you're giving birth now. That is it. So now you're not a mother breastfeeding. You know, and I'm saying it because it happens. It happens to me, and I've listened to a lot of women that this happens to also. When you begin to feel like you are hopeless, you are empty, you are nothing more to you than being a mother. Something is wrong. Yeah.
Oh wow, motherhood.
Sweetwood has its challenges.
And for me, I just feel, especially another reason I'm passionate about it because I've come to understand what God's will for us is, and it's so. I'm angry whenever I realize that the devil is just stealing the joy.
Yes.
The devil is just using an opportunity to steal people's peace, joy, and take away a moment that is supposed to remind you of God's love. It's supposed to be a time where God is, helping you, teaching you, grooming you, and it's supposed to be a time where you even get to bond with God again. And it has turned to a time of depression, a time of I hate myself, a time of I even have suicidal thoughts. I was like, that's something that I'm afraid to say on camera. So that
let me tell you,
I don't think I never want to see on camera on my mouth.
Let me just drive and go. Let me just be going to an unknown destination.
Chai.
No joke. I feel let me just go. Let me just disappear. Let me just end all of it.
Thank you. Like, if everything should end, there'll be peace. I'll know that there'll be no.
And there's something you mentioned about how the devil tries to steal our joy. It makes me remember that when you pay attention to some things, what you pay attention to amplifies. You know that when you pay attention to that pain or that situation you are in at that particular time, you're not looking at the brighter side of it. That particular pain or the negative situation at that particular time begins to amplify. That's the only thing you are seeing. So you now begin to feel like you are grateful. You're not looking at the the
positive
side of
it.
Like you just had a baby. What if you are dying?
Yes.
What if something had happened to you?
Yes.
Or you are here alive. Your baby is alive. But the devil, like I said, start focusing on. So please be discerning as a mother. When something is beginning to steal your joy, you know that what is going on here? Something's happening. Please pay attention to that.
Yes, please. Oh, it is well. God help us.
Amen.
Okay, so I think this question talk about how postpartum depression can affect the bond between mom and baby. I think we kind of talked about it. You become, withdrawn. You probably don't want your baby. So when you have those kind of symptoms, and you should know that you don't love your child, you are not happy, you're full of regret, you're full of disgust.
The cry is just disturbing you.
Exactly. You don't even want to hold your
baby. You might even want to spank that baby.
Yeah,
be careful.
Yeah, all those kind of things. I think we've talked a lot about that. So okay, now how can partners and loved ones? I think now we want to talk about solution more. So the next question talking about how partners and loved ones can help with postpartum depression, the resources available, and what steps. So it's just like a 3 question you want. This is recovery. I mean, in terms of people, resources available, and even the woman herself. What steps can she take here?
Okay, I mentioned earlier that first of all, recognize that you have it, accept that okay, I think this is what I'm going through right now, and then reach out for help. If you have people that you can trust to just share what you feel, know how you feel. So that's the first step. Talk to somebody. You cannot afford to keep this in your heart and just dwelling in that. It will become something worse than that. So talk to people, talk to your husband, talk to your mom. Talk to people that you can trust. And family members, please help us. Help your wives, help your sisters, help your sister-in-laws, help your friends, mothers, mother-in-laws, please, mercy. So things like that. Resources, I always say read. People, when you talk about resources, you think it's just about reading. Yeah, it's good. Read, and we have human resources. Counselors are there to help.
This video is a resource.
It's a resource. Yes, it's a resource. Yes. Go back and watch this video. And if you just feel that way, let me go and watch that video. I think I can find that video. Let me go, because I do that a lot. If I feel overwhelmed, I'll just go to YouTube. This particular thing that's going to address this particular case. So human resources are there, counselors are there, videos are there, books are there. There are a lot of things that you can do. Just go and don't be. If you don't help yourself, nobody can help you. So you can just stay. Don't just stay there and say it will pass. You have to do something. And also, you are teaching yourself to know how to navigate situations, because these children, they are growing up. You get to a point where you are raising toddlers, you are raising preteens, you are raising teenagers. So if you don't know how to battle this, if you don't know how to combat this particular situation, now how will you be equipped, or how will you equip yourself enough to be able to handle those things? You're like, I've gone through something as tougher than this before, as tough as this, so I know what to do. So it's very important that you are able to just use all the things that are around you to help yourself go through that process and be better.
So I think as women that are actually going through postpartum depression, I'm going to share how I was able to recover. And I think I know you talked about you spoke to a counselor, but there are other things you did that really helped you, so you can share.
Yes. So I would say yes, I spoke to a counselor, and it was during that process that I understood that my issue, which I know a lot of women also relate with, is I was actually hopeless, purposeless. I didn't know what I was doing in my life. So the childbirth and everything just aggravated, everything. So if you know what you are here to do, let's say you find a meaning to your life, it can also help you. In fact, it's not that it can, it will help you. Discover your purpose, because it could be that you are depressed because there is nothing that is in your life that is meaningful right now, apart from just being a mother. What is there to you more than being a mother? What can we say? Okay, if you take away everything now, who are you? There's nothing. We can't say, okay, this is who you are. We can't say this is what you can do. We can't say this is the impact you are making in other people's life. So who are you aside motherhood? Who are you aside a wife? So if you don't have that, if you don't know that identity or that part of you is not there, when you have postpartum depression, you will not be able to come out easily, because there is nothing really to you. So me, in my case then, I was like, okay, I'm pregnant, I have a child now. That's it. Nothing, no life again. And then a lot of women go through that. Like they can't find meaning to their life. But if you can find a meaning to your life, you can just find your purpose. Honestly, I would say that is the biggest solution you can give to yourself. Begin to ask, okay, what is there to me aside this? You can find that, it's very hard for you to go back to depression or any depression,
anything.
Honestly.
Something driving you.
And I know I can see now that you or us.
Yes,
I thank God because what I went through bettered me.
Yes.
So those times, those tribulations or those trials we are facing, God is actually molding and shaping us and helping us to discover who we are. I didn't know that I could take some things, but because I went through that season, I'm here.
Yeah.
So find your purpose. You know, I always talk about purpose. Everybody that knows me, I talk about purpose.
There's a Bible verse when you just mentioned that I want to read. You know, this is a Christian.
Yes.
So we'll talk about God.
Yes.
And you will know the Lord. Don't scroll past or pause this video and a child of God.
We are crushed on every side. We are not perplexed. We are destroyed. That was what Paul was saying. That we are just. I'll look for the scripture. Very powerful scripture too.
So you know, just as we were talking about how you know your trials and this is Romans 5 verse 3. It says we can rejoice too when we run into problems and trials, for we know that they help us develop endurance, and endurance develops strength of character, and character strengthens our confident hope of salvation. And just like you said, now that's why I said now that I'm in the process of healing, I can look back at it and I can thank God because I am so passionate. About I keep telling content creators, one person that I'm a content creator is to stop focusing on the numbers. So, I'm not growing Instagram, I don't have enough See, I honestly I don't care, but I'm more interested in adding value. I'm more interested in the right content. How can I help you do better? Because I know what it's like to have it hard and have it rough, and I don't want anyone to go through that, especially because I know it's not God's will for you.
Exactly.
I know it's just an agenda of the enemy, and believers, God raises people in different areas and sectors. So whatever area you find as a child of God, don't think you don't have a role to play. I'm just in the office, there's nothing. No, you are a child of God, an ambassador, you are light. The devil is interested in media, is interested in marriage, is interested in family, is interested in everything you can think of. So as a believer, know that you have a role to play.
Exactly.
See, before we go into preaching, so that we can continue to wrap up this video, I was going to talk about how I healed. I don't know if I've shared this because, like I said, I'm much better, but I still think I'm still getting to finally embrace this side of me. And I know that I knew I was depressed when I finally knew the problem of I was trying to accept this new life, and that my old life
acceptance is very important.
Yes, I think there was a day I told myself is enough. It got to a point I'm like, come on.
Well, how long do you want to continue?
I was going to hospital today. Nothing's wrong with me. You are always just falling sick. You are unhappy. You are just a form of a point of sadness. And I was always having constant headaches. I couldn't sleep. I don't know. I just got vexed. If that's a word to use, I just got tired. And I told myself that this is the last time this is going to happen. Because there are times when maybe you think, oh, I'm okay, and then it just hits you again. And even after that, whenever those thoughts started, like you said, that ABC stuff that you mentioned, whenever those thoughts begin to come, it was one day, there was that a night I looked at my daughter and I smiled. I said, God. I looked at her and it no longer felt. I was happy. See, I was like crying. I was now happy. I also knew that yes. So whenever those thoughts especially come, I said no, this is just a phase. And I was very intentional about and place of prayer.
Remember the scripture?
Believer.
When Isaac told Esau that I don't have any blessing for you. He said, I've given everything to your brother. Because this is what you do. But he said, when you become restless, the yoke will be broken from you. So you get to a point, you tell yourself, Otito, enough is enough.
Yes.
I have just been mountain for so long. You get so I think that's what happened to you. And I think a lot of women need to get to that point.
Be vexed.
Be vexed. How long? Because how long do you want to do this for? 4 years?
4 years.
No.
And so women, I know some women that will have 4 children, and the 4th child they now heal. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? No. So, see, like she said, like something said, at the end of the day, everybody can try, everybody can give the results. But if you don't stand your ground and you don't tell yourself that, see, I remember at that point, I was still breastfeeding, and it was exclusive. I started fasting. People were saying, you are breastfeeding? I said, what? I mean, no waiting, I define it. I mean, no waiting, I define it. Otherwise, I'm not dying. If it's get, I'll go and eat. But whoa, I'm inside warfare. I'm fighting a battle. And I have to win. If you remain, I have to, there's a way when you subdue the flesh and your spirit man is alert, and you begin to That's why I knew the meaning of deliverance. There's a difference between salvation and deliverance.
I am a Christian, and I will tell you that I know there's a scientific part of it and all of that, psychological, but depression is a spirit.
It's a spirit.
Bible says that the garment of heaviness. That's how depression it weighs you
know, that word darkness, there's like a gloom over your head.
Yes.
There's a darkness.
It's about the Lord.
It's terrible.
Imagine. So I see, let me just say today, even if I'm counseling my client, I go back and pray for them.
Yeah.
Because we have to be equipped, we have to be ready for this. This is warfare. You understand? So you cannot just be doing this with just levity or just be doing with a natural.
I think this question, I think this is where we're entering another thing as believers authority or believers.
It's true, because we need to address this. A lot of mothers, a lot of women just feel like is it normal? I hate that word. It's normal. When my daughter was, I said, please don't tell me it's normal. We know children. I said it is not normal. I will not accept it.
Yes.
When I had my baby, when I was pregnant, I remember I was laying hands on my baby. Come. You will not stress me.
Yes, sir.
You will eat well.
Yes,
you will sleep well.
Yes,
when my baby came out, I said that girl doesn't. She eats. Maybe you thought you're lucky. I said no, it's prayer. I'm sorry. Don't say I'm blessed.
Yes.
But this one we prayed.
Yes.
And this is the word made flesh. So that there's power in your tongue.
There's power.
Pray.
Mother.
Say, God, take away that spirit of heaviness, this depression. That is why you downcast on my soul. Is that not what David said? He was depressed. Saul is pushing him up and down. Absalom is pushing him up and down. He said, God, which kind of life is it? And then they told him, why are you downcast? He said, no, I will praise the Lord. He said, do you know what it called?
I think we should pray at this point. I feel this may look like a video we just did. Let me tell you that story. I just met this woman once in my life. And you guys are read of Alpha Mama podcast, and I think we just met for like 15-20 minutes conversation. I'm like, I have to have you on my YouTube channel. So as a spirit alignment, I mean, I didn't know you this deep. It's from this call. This is the second time of meeting now. I've been not spoken to you for like 20 minutes in my life. So I want to thank God, and I believe that the Spirit of God is going to move over this episode, and I know that lives are going to be transformed. So to any mother, let's just agree by faith. To any mother that is watching this video, that will stumble upon this video and you're going through depression, you will not watch this video and live the same. Every spirit that is tormenting you, every spirit that is not of God, that wants to take away the joy of motherhood, the peace of motherhood, the happiness that you're supposed to be feeling in this moment, I take that spirit out of your life now in the name of Jesus. On the authority that I have in the name of Jesus, on the authority that I have, these are the same power that raised Christ from the dead lives inside of me. So I speak to that spirit, I speak to that situation out of you in the name of Jesus. You are delivered, you are made whole, you are a new person. Begin to walk in your light, begin to walk in your joy, begin to walk in your restoration, and you will come back and testify. Father, thank you for this episode, thank you for this channel, because another thing I don't say is, I tell people, I didn't wake up and start a YouTube channel. It was when I was pregnant, I kept hearing, do YouTube channel. I'm like, people that know me, I don't post content. It's not like I started content creation. I said, it's not something I woke up and say, let's just do content. Let's just do YouTube. Let's just do. God actually asked me to. And when you start a journey, you begin to, it begins to open more and more understanding. This is not ordinary.
It is not.
See,
it is not.
This is see.
I talk about purpose a lot, especially for women. And I help them understand that there is more to you than just being a missus or a mother or a wife. Like what you went through now, God actually wanted you to go through that.
Yes,
because that way you are able to understand other people, other women when they are going through it. Because I have gone through it too.
Yeah.
So you have the framework of coming out of that situation. So when God told you start a YouTube channel, when God told you to start posting,
you get from my post.
What's about purpose? Unveiled. Okay. And to God be the glory. This is what I've been doing with my personal page. But now I'm trying to create a another page for unveiled women. Because and I'm working on a book. God help us. I'm working on a book presently. Just because God just said do this thing. Do this thing. So what you are doing, it is not ordinary. This is a kingdom mandate. This is a kingdom work.
And you know, this video is turning into something else. Guys, you see, Holy Spirit took over this conversation.
No.
But we're here to close. If you stayed this far, you can for yourself. Collect juice, collect capsule. Thank you. So yes, I hope, I'm sure, I can't tell, I'm sure this video has helped someone. Now you have an assignment. Go and like, go and share, go and subscribe, go and do, spread the gospel in quotes, spread the good news. You may not know, you may just be helping. To be honest, I mean, the mother may never tell you or talk to you, right? So just in advance, just share. I saw this video, it may help. Do you understand? Just share, subscribe, and like I said, I'm looking for guests though. So if you know people that can talk on certain topics, or you also have certain topics regarding motherhood or life that you think it's important for us to talk about or address, please do all to drop them in the comment section. And I also still put her page again. Ensure you follow her, please. This just I don't have the words. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for staying. We'll see you in the next video. Watch all the old videos. Bye.